HE Technology Streams. I got to upload some videos to my account. I have to send this password out to a couple of the people too. And I have to do a payment arrangement contract. Hmm. All right, let me see. All right, this is going to be, where's this at? This is the other one, right? Yeah. Let's see what's this in this. Send this black. Nothing between this section here. So let's see, pages, text. Why is tick still way down here? Oh, you kidding me? Get over here. All right, we have yeah, that was a table. So that was the S F E G transparent payments attack flicks. Let's see, panel. Tabletop. Get move. Tabletop. Alright, and you have to find out about the card reader. We need that card reader bad. Oh, let's see, we get the when we get the electron commerce, not the card reader. PayPal has it. Give it to them so we can make the orders right there. Tabletop. Well, there we gotta do invoices. Tabletop. Tabletop panels. Shoot it from here. We need, oh, I forgot everything's in the back. Equipment bag is at the other place. I should have took it with me, but I need the units to, oh, yeah, I gotta bring my tools. Gotta put the mounts up. Did I get a drill, a power drill yet? Did I buy one? Okay, we have to order a drill. I don't have one. Oh, I had tools, so I got some stolen. Alright, we got stable gun here. We have, gotta get a power drill. And hide all the wires. Install the projector. Okay, got the brackets, projectors, and the lines to hide everything. And we got to go to the screen and set it up. That's pretty easy to do. So we're roughly, let me see, 5 feet by 12 feet. How many feet might be away? If you do short though, we can probably lift the distance. Not that far with one of these. See how I'm going to build that screen. So those screens, that portable one, that's a test screen. That's the screen we bring in to show them that a black screen can read. And first, when we tell them the screens are black, they don't believe us. It's a black projection screen. We believe it. So we have to bring in that screen, pull it up, hit it with the projector, and just show them that it works. They just sit there and they're just stunned by it because they don't believe that a black screen can generate. They've never seen one before. So we have to put in that one, a screen that's 5 feet by 12 feet, which is technically a 235.1. I'm going to get the same projector I purchased in here for them. I can get it for a pretty good price wholesale. And I'm going to do a 235.1 setting, but they'll do actually 120 inch. I'm going to make it a little bit larger than what it is when you get 120 inch and fit in there. They're going to switch back and forth. And those come with the remote controls and all that stuff. So actually, there's a compartment where I can actually slide the Fire Stick in without, oh yeah, I forgot about it. It has that section. It has a built-in section for putting Fire Sticks in. So you don't have to run the cables and wire. It self-powers itself. Huh. You need to play around with that. Because that would make it so much easier. So a cable run I got to go do. So I got to go back and find the merchant where I got that from and buy me another one. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Alright, so his is pretty easy to do. I got to do a custom build for that. Yeah, it'd be better if we had the acoustic. If we had the acoustic blackout call, we can drop speakers on the other end and push the image right through. Alright, we'll figure out what we're gonna do. At least we got everything mapped out. I'm gonna get sizing for the wall, sizing for the window, run the projector to the window because he had to see that. He had to see everything. So just make sure everything's running, everything can operate in a full lit environment. Nothing can change. There's a ton of light in that environment. It's whoever went bonkers with lighting. It's a lot of lighting in there. But yeah, the screen's running, no problem. And again, like I said, no expensive projectors needed. So, you know, if we supply the projectors, it still doesn't cost us a lot of money. And if they have to buy the projectors, then it costs them a lot of money. Now, for other people, I'm sitting there and say, well, we don't care. I really don't. I'm going to tell you something. I don't. And we're now picking up online. We're picking up speed offline. And I would back myself up on so many levels. I just don't care anymore because at this particular point, if we still got to back ourselves up, don't buy from me. I'm dead serious. Don't buy a dime. Don't buy anything from us. You know, we got people that'll buy from us. I can go into any place, show that technology, back it up 100%, and we still got to convince you. Just get your email from my blog. Just move away from my email. Don't buy anything from me. You're saying go ahead. I'm okay. I'm good. A guy bought a window technology and he bought the screen technology. We can see that we do the floors and ceilings. That's definitely gonna blow his mind. But baby steps, one at a time. We'll be buying everything from us. And the visual fish tanks coming up pretty soon for restaurants. Yeah, we got all that testing, everything done on the site, tons of specification and information on the website. And if you feel that you need more at the end of the day, then guess what? Go kick rocks. We're not here to entertain you. I've done everything our testing is designed to do. If it's not enough for you, then go elsewhere. We don't care. We're good. I got to write contracts tonight, which means I'm getting contracts from companies now for the technology. Right now, we're already not feeling all that great about basically doing business online. We're just really not. Talk bad about back and forth on that one. And for those people saying, well, yeah, you don't have anything. Like, you literally don't have anything. We beat just about everything you have. You don't have anything. Pick one gray screen that can go against the Imperial. One. Any of them. Can't beat that screen. The screen literally takes gray screens and makes them completely unwatchable. It's a 10% technology. So there wipes out all gray screens. Can't touch that technology. You can't even read outside. That thing can read outside. You can't even operate in an environment with a single light next to the screen without your screen washing out. So you can't get near that screen at all. What about black screens? Your black screens don't work either because your white levels are extremely poor. I can literally see it from your video that your black screens don't work. Matter of fact, we know how to make it. All it is just black paint, mica, a little silver and white paint. That's it. Just skip the entire black on black versus demonstration. You'll skip all that. All of it. So, we know if you haven't completed any of our tests, we know your product won't sell. It won't even go that far. The other guy's paint couldn't even read off an Ultra shirt though. How do you not be able to read off an Ultra shirt though? Easiest machine to read off of. You can't read off of it. The paint won't read. It says on this website, not compatible with long Ultra shirt though and shirt though projectors. So we can work on Ultra shirt though projectors. We've done it. Been all through different places, running Ultra short though with no problem. Your stuff not tested. And then you're going to talk about ambient light rejection technology? You can't compete with the sun technology? Oh, we can't compete with that. That screen does demonstrations outside of 50 to 300 lumens. Show me one screen right now that's doing that right now. There isn't any. So, like I said, if we pull away from customer base to deal with companies, you guys are screwed. Because what's going to happen is, I'm going to tell you right now, anyone who gets a distributor for us, if you think our stuff is expensive, wait till they get their hands on it. They know if this screen can take out a Black Diamond, a $7,000 screen, Parallax, all those high-end screens, those gunmetals, they can't read the black level of an Imperial. And Imperial's white levels generate higher than ours. So with that being said, that technology alone by itself is worth $30,000 for a 100-inch. It reads out in sunlight. You got screens that are ambient light rejection at $7,000 and they can't read sunlight. Heck, they're not even weatherproof. And at that, even worse, they can't read a contrast level. For $7,000, you can't read a contrast level. You got to depend on a projector that's definitely not going to see it. Well, we all know the higher the gain, the more expensive the screen. So what's the gain on the screen that can read in sunlight? So I'm gonna see. All I can say is we'll see. I'm still working on the gaming site, still working on that. But keep in mind, offline customers are going to be on the site just as much as online customers are going to be on the site, because we're basically posting these little scan pods. You can put anywhere you want. You can scan it, brings the sites up. We're going to have them all around town. You can only go to the site. You can't go to the sites that are the private sites, exclusive edition site. You can't go to those. They're not put on there. They're only, that password is only given out. You have to meet the owner. So you would have to meet me in order to get that password, get access to that site. And we keep a record of everybody that's on it. Now, when these people, no, these people are business. This is business in the day. When you have people on it, like kids, they act like kids. When you're dealing with people in business, they're serious about business. No one wants to lose their entire company in a lawsuit because you breached their contract. You know, anybody trying to go down that road. And we have to deal with that. I can put my private information up there. You don't have to worry about somebody going in and basically handing out my phone number, which a customer did do. You know, we called him up, tried to help him out, and I don't know what he called himself doing, giving up my number. But now you got some problems on your hands because I will be taken to court on that. Only very few people got that number. Very few people. Only gave it to 2 customers. That's it. And that person turned around and posted my number. I don't know why you would do something like that. But guess what? You got a lawsuit coming your way. Because you gave that number to a person that you knew potentially didn't like us, and he would abuse that number. So, see you in court. I just keep doing dumb stuff around. I'm never going to understand that dumb stuff. Well, forget it. You know what? It's your money. No, sorry. It's my money at the end of the day. You're going to lose. So, you know, I'm going to take your money from you. That's all to it. Leave it at that. Let me see. All right, this one's done. I'm going to do a liquid table. I don't want to see a liquid table. Definitely do a liquid table. Oh, what's going on over here with Dean? And sitting there in the store, and this guy's talking about how he has a 5090. You got a 5090 and you run it off a 750 watt power supply? No, no, no. And you said you overclocked it? No, 1500. You be running 1200 to 1500 watts to do that. There's no way in the world you're doing that. We go through that. People claiming to have PC specs and equipment they don't have, and they're just randomly just saying something they have. You didn't really get into the specifications of the thing at all, period. But he never talked about the RAM type. He missed the RAM type. He didn't talk about the motherboard. That's the stuff you see missing when people start talking about specs on a PC. They'll hit key areas like they'll talk about an i9 processor. They'll talk about the graphic card. They'll completely skip the motherboard. Some of them skip the RAM. He didn't even talk about the hard drive capability. Nothing at all, period. Another thing. So I know at the end of the day, the PC probably has this bogus. It probably has a nice one. Guarantee has a nice one. But, you know, how do you forget the RAM? You want a DDR4? You want a DDR5? What do you want? And what's the maximum capacity you can run? Like I was asking the question, so, you know, everybody's going to say 5090. Literally. What kind of case do you have for 5090? 5090 is a big graphic card. What type of case are you putting this in? You gotta have plenty of air ventilation for that thing. I mean, at the end of the day, you say you liquid cooled it. Yeah, but you can't use an average liquid cooling system on it. They take special liquid cooling systems, and this isn't something like an AIO system. You can't run that on there. You got to daisy chain that thing. You got to basically start with a reservoir, radiator, reservoir, pump, all that stuff. You're doing a daisy chain system. That's a little bit much more complicated. Yeah, they don't make AIOs for the graphic cards. So there's a whole lot of stuff. What kind of thermal paste you use? They break it down. A person who built their machine is going to break down every single thing. They're going to talk about it all, even down to the thermal paste. They will talk about it. You skip major key features. I'm like, what kind of motherboard? A motherboard is the bread and butter of your machine. Like, you would think you would basically explain that at the end of the day. Nope. Nothing at all. You just pick up main key parts, and that's it. Now, you say you did modifications. What type of modification? Programming modifications? You're talking about hardware modifications. What you mean by hardware modifications? Everybody does PC knows about hardware modifications. Just everybody. You see them all the time. Those craziest looking machines you've ever seen in your entire life. Hardware modifications. We talked about liquid cooling system upgrades on how to take off the stock fans, which are roughly maybe somewhere between 1,200 to 1,500, and upgraded them. You're talking about he's running 9,000 RPMs per fan. Well, how are you running 9,000? Are you running this straight to the board, which we definitely know ain't real? You can't run that through the board. You know the voltage difference between the board and 9,000 RPMs? Your system will be constantly recycling. You'll be cutting on, cutting off, cutting on, cutting off. I went through that with this system over here. These run 5,000. Each one of these fans are 5,000 RPMs. So right now I got 20,000 RPMs running off my liquid cooling system alone. So right there, I couldn't even run this through the motherboard because it was triggering the motherboard to cut on and off. I had to bypass that and run it through a power supply. So if you're talking about basically upgrading anything on your system, they're expecting for you to say, hey, well, how did you upgrade it? You like use extra extension cables? Did you use basically 4-pin Molex adapter? That's why I said the best thing to learn when you're building PC is Dells. Dells teach you modification. You have to if you want to change your machine out because they have it made for their parts only. But you talk 9,000 RPMs a fan? You know voltage on that would be? And if you're running, you say you run 750 on a 5090 overclock? No, it's 1500. 1500 is definitely. I wouldn't even dare, if I'm overclocking a 5090, I wouldn't even dare combine that with my system. I would have dedicated power to that. 2 power supplies, 1 dedicated. Definitely would do that. But there's no anywhere you run a 750 off a 5090. It was like, yeah, well, you can run 6. Yeah, you can run that if you're not overclocking it. If you're running the bare minimum, yeah. But if you're talking about overclocking that machine in the day, you're going to be way past that. I don't even trust an i9 processor and all that to begin with. Yeah. You didn't get into its RAM. What type of RAM? You remember RAM? A hard drive are you running? Like if you want to run solid stick of M2 at the end of the day, I know you ain't doing 8. If you're doing 8, that's like very expensive. M2 solid state at 8 is very expensive. You can basically got that little mini PCI Express right there. You can plug an adapter in there. You can run 4 of them right there to the board. Break it down. Which makes it much cheaper. Let's go. I got to entertain this one because I'm just saying no. There's no 9,000. No. 9,000 RPMs, please. You wouldn't even need 9,000 RPMs on it. What are you running at the end of the day? We launching missiles. That's like the guy sat there and said he had a terabyte of RAM. I'm like, good gracious, what do you do? That's the first thing I'm going to ask you. You're not doing that for gaming. There's no way in the world. There's nothing requiring that. And gaming doesn't even require that. Gaming right now requires 16. Right now, pretty soon, it's going to require 32. I think, what, the new PlayStation system has 24 on it? There's an odd number on it. So, no. And so, yeah, we're all gamers. Yeah, we're all gamers, but you can't lie about specifications. That's like being a car head at the end of the day. You're going to pop down like, but you got anything. Can't be lying. He's going to know exactly what it is. He's a mechanic just like you. Like, no, you're lying. You don't have that in there. Let me see. 9,000 RPM fan. Yeah, it's not even, if it is one, it's not even neon. It's probably industrial. So you're talking about 9,000 fans. They're not big fans. They're 30 millimeters or 40 millimeters. They don't make these like the big fans, 120 millimeters. The 120 millimeters, 140s, 50s, whatever they make it in a day. The 240s, they don't make them in that size. These are small little micro fans, the ones you stick in a Dreamcast. That's what those fans are. Let me see what we got here. Now these fans right here, 120 millimeters, these are 6,000 to 600 to 3,000 RPMs. $1,500 RPM should be more, which is fine. Some people have 18, 22, 2,200 RPMs, but you can get 5,000. These are 5,000. These things are freaking loud. But on top of that, if you run a liquid cooling system, what you need fans for? You really don't need it. I mean, the GPU, graphic card has fans on it already. Got a liquid cooling system on your CPU, and really you don't need those fans at all. Period. They're not even. They're just for show, because you have liquid cooling. What are you going to need? What are they cooling? There's a cooling system that they put on for the M2s to keep them cool. So they got their own cooling system, pretty much. What do you really need fans in there for? You know, you got dedicated cooling systems all to hook up to the matchup. That's the main components. Those fans are just for show. You don't really need all that. So no, he lied, because there's no way in the world. Nothing, 9,000. Because everything I said, he tried to match it high. I said, yeah, I got 5,000 on my machine. He said, well, I got 9,000 on my machine. And everything he said, he just jumped the specs. I'm like, no, something's wrong there. And then when he said the 5090, he said 750 watts. I'm like, no. Now if you're overclocking it, you will not do that. No, you won't. You have all types of freaking jacked up issues. Overheating is only one of them. Power supply needed to run a 5090 RTX. This is minimum. An RTX 5090 typically requires a minimum of 1,000 to 1,200 watts. There is no way in the world he ran that off 750 watts. He's way under. There's no way in the world. Not that card in the day. You ain't running that machine. So basically, if you're doing minimum power, is 1,000. Recommended power is 1,200 to 1,300 watts. And if you're running overclock, it's 1,500 to 1,600. Ain't no way in the world he's doing those 750. He's way under. See, and this is the reason why I know from the door somebody don't know what they're talking about. They just spit. I didn't basically comment back. I'm just listening to them just ramble. Like, okay, you have all this stuff. Some people feel they need to show people that they know everything. I just listen to the whole conversation. Yep, no way in the world. You just stuff you've probably seen, and that's what you're probably just mentioning. But there's no way in the world you're running that off that. And some people do those dedicated. They do them dedicated, just to do it for the sake of just doing. They're doing 1,500 for the system, and they're doing dedicated 1,500 alone for the 5090 or 4090, whatever you choose. Yeah, that's funny, interesting, and funny. I didn't know about it. I had the so and so. I had the so and so. Everything I said, he had to up it. And the so-and-so, and I had this, and that right there, and that right there. I'm just listening to him like, okay. I got the 1590, and I can run it up a 750 watt power supply. That's pretty low. You can get 850s, 900. But as you can see in the specification, when you're running that particular card, minimum is over 700. And no one, he's not running jack on that. If you're overclocking, 15 to 1600. Nope. Even the other guy next to me was kind of like, no, you ain't running that. You can at least say, look, I got two 750s, and I'm running through a Y adapter for an ATX. Now you running that right there, you got 1500. But then again, what's the point of just buying two of them? Just buy the 1500. You're done with it. Take a 200 in the case. This is just for show. If you're going to do two of them, you might as well do two of the 13s, two of the 12s, 1200s. You're going to go crazy. Do it two of the 1600s. But in order to run that, you're going to have an ATX Y adapter to run it, because you're going to run two power supplies into one ATX output at 24 pins. That's how you're going to hook up the other power supply. So let me see. Oh, V12. Oh, is it V12? I think it is a V12. I need three of them. Three of the V12s. Wait, right here. Google right here. Change out my case. Let's see. I'm changing out my case. Let me see. I'm gonna drop my graphic cards and get the 3050s on them for these. I already have 64 gigabytes of RAM. I should swap out my motherboard and up the CPUs on them. I can do 4070s, i7s would be nice on them. I'll swap them out for those, either retro machines. I definitely do an upgrade on these. If I run inside of the, what's it called, inside of this case. Let me see, we got the micro ATX boards on those. Let me see, ITX case. PC case. Really? Let's get the whole thing. PC case. Those small boards, you're getting to the 1150s, 1151s, 1150, 1151. I think it's what, 55? I think it's one of them. I'm not sure. I need a micro case. I need something I can pick up and carry out the door with me. And actually, that is pretty nice. I like that one there. It's small, it's compact, got a handle on it. Take it out the door. Whee! Be done with it. And my whatchamacallits will work in there. My liquid cooling system, like 240s probably fit in here. Let me see what we got on these. They're $100 a piece. Not bad at all. Okay. Alright, good carrying case. Handle performance. Yep, it's a 240 AIO. That's fantastic. This is what I mean by you got to be able to read parts. So you got to learn how to read parts. So what I want to do is when we do that gaming site, teach you how to modify Dells. You're going to learn a whole lot from modifying Dells. Dells are designed for you not to be able to, they designed it that way so you don't to modify them. When you figure out how to modify Dells, man, you learn how to work with PCs, how to learn modifications and parts and hardware. Right, you have to problem solve it somehow to get it to work. So let me see. Yeah, to run the 240 on here, or small, compact. Let me carrying handle. Let me see what we got on here. I'm going to take this thing apart, all the way apart. Yeah, put it from the apartments. Oh, it's a micro ATX. Where's the micro ATX? Oh, right there we go. Now we swap out the motherboard and put it in there. Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Carry on, whatever, bum, bum, bum. Great steel. That's very cool. Okay, let me see. So, air cooling. Okay. Water cooling, 240s. We got 240s over here. 240s, definitely got those. Fans, 120 millimeters, 140 millimeters. Two bottom 120 millimeters. Top fans, 120s. And 240s. 240s. But if you put 240s in there, you can't do a 280? A 280 would be nice. Or might be too wide to put a 280 in there. 120, 220s, 240s, 140 millimeter, 92. So we can take an ATX Mini or a Mini ITX. So we got a Mini ITX. We got an M ITX, which is a Mini ITX, which we're running it with no problem whatsoever. Okie dokie. And it fits, ATX will fit a 4070 Ti Super. Ooh, that is impressive. All right, yippee-ki-yay, I like them. I'm gonna get those. I'm gonna put all those. I'm gonna do my flower design inside, maybe a little some of it peeking out, but I want it completely portable. I can carry it where I want to. I'm gonna ice box the other one, and the other one I'm gonna do a fallout system on it. Definitely gonna do a fallout. With a couple of handprints on the glass, like they got caught in this bio container. Definitely gonna do that one. But at least I can take them with me. Because I just thought about that. I'm sitting at the door, and usually I've had that happen to me. The last place I was at, the ice builds up somehow in the front of the gas, and it can cause basically carbon dioxide buildup in the building, and that's what happened. So it came and aired the building out, and I'm sitting in the hallway thinking like, man, if I have to grab stuff and take it out from my office, like I can't carry this stuff out. I mean, look at it. They're freaking sculptures at the end of the day. I can't carry these things out. I need something I can pick up and take with me. So I'm getting these right here because it'll make it easy and convenient. If I need to transport the PC, that stuff got a whole lot of information in it, and I need to transfer from here to there, it's fantastic. I take the whole machine with me because I can just carry it in my hand. I am definitely going to invest in that. Yep. I'm just going, each one's going to have something different, little frost design to it or something like that, something different. But yeah, I'm definitely grabbing these. Now when I designed my cube system's portable. I can just pick it up and just take it out the door. It's a cube system, it's all portable. But these right here, not portable at all in any way whatsoever, just not. So, gonna do some modifications on the inside, give it a nice little frost job, hide all the wires and everything, good to go. Let me see, we got these in black, we got these in some black, orange. Ooh, man, they got orange and they got white in there. They got orange. Orange would make a great Team Portrait PC. Yeah, that's what I'm going to get these right here. 99 bucks. That's not bad. Okay, let me get back to over here. So I can get to building that again. Alright, let's bring our videos in here. Let me see. I can make it where the hard drives are quick release. Just basically run the range. I still got to pull that thing out either way. I still would have to pull the whole thing out. Even if it's an M2, I still would have to get access to pull that out. I need something I can basically remove from one section to the next. Like I said, my new office, I'm building me a new server. I'm building me a server. A server where I can upload information. I don't like doing that. I already done the transfer information like that. I'm done. Okay, let me see. Let me get my videos. Oh, yeah, too on top of that. Don't send me YouTube videos saying that you work for YouTube, whatever. Don't do that. Some dumb sent me some nonsense talking about, oh, we're from YouTube, so and so and so. No, you're not. No, you're not. I know everything about YouTube, their legal office, all that stuff. Yeah, you're not from them, trust me. But don't worry, you sent the email, right? They'll do a trace back. Dummy. You know, just really? Seriously, how dumb can you be you just stupid all day? That's what you are. You're stupid all day. You just come up with the dumbest ideas ever. It's like the dodo bird in Ice Age, just watching y'all jump off a cliff one after the next. Y'all don't think about anything? Nothing processed, no stop sign comes up? You sent an email impersonating that you're a representative in the legal department of YouTube. And your email can be traced back to you. Gee whiz Louise. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. If YouTube was going to contact me about a situation, first things first, it wouldn't have been by email. That definitely wouldn't have been by email at all, period. I think I can figure out my location. It wouldn't be hard to find me. Then they'd send me a certified letter if that was the case. Then I'd send me no email. Second, in studios, this is where you're going to get information from YouTube. YouTube's going to contact you through studios. Anything that comes up, it's going to be in there. It's nothing in there at all, period. Not a thing. So you think I'm going to fall for that? Boy, you got to stop listening to the devil. The devil just makes you like dummies all day long. He does. And God, at the end of the day, makes us Christians wise and knowledgeable. So we see this crime, this nonsense coming a mile away. And the devil knows it. He's just making an idiot out of you. You already took the opportunity of him investing in you. I love when people say, I have nothing to do with the devil, but do the most craziest, dumbest stuff to invest their time with the devil. I ain't fooling anybody with that dumb nonsense. Like that stupid email they sent me talking about they're from Black Diamond and Daylight Screams. Oh my goodness. I swear I would like to spend a couple of seconds in your brain when an idea triggers off. I would like to see exactly how far, what your brain thinks of at the end of the day. Like a 5-year-old. Like a 5-year-old. I'm sorry, gentlemen, you're talking to a grown man at the end of the day. I know all that dumb nonsense. You gotta grow up. Let me see if we got one here. Ooh, I like that. I like these little houses at the end of the day. Houses are beautiful. One on the beach. Oh man, that's gorgeous. A little sunrise next to that. Frost soda float. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is owned by a Christian. You know that? Everybody knows that. They're never open on Sunday. They're owned by Christians. Very successful business, right? Oh, that is beautiful. See, I like stuff like this. That is absolutely gorgeous. Man, I tell you, I had a ball. Fired the screen up, boom, blew up right there. Because when we say we have a black screen, you had a white screen in there, and the white screen never did any good. They replaced it with a TV. So they had a TV on this side, but they can't see. Everybody can't see it. They need the whole thing to blow up. So they can't get a screen that big. It's too expensive. A TV is way too expensive. To cover 5 feet by 12 feet, that's a very expensive screen. And it's widescreen too? Yeah, very, very expensive. And they wanted to go with the LED monitors, the LEDs, way too expensive, too expensive. So this technology, yeah, we can put a screen in with no problem. So we got it all measured out, hook it up, put the screen in, mount the projector, which we already offer to give it to them. Because again, we can get them for cheap. And that's it. Pretty easy job. That ain't bad for making $1,500 in like a couple of minutes, right? Just sit down and have a nice little talk, show them the whole entire thing, bring in the demonstration so they can see it and do it in a fully lit environment. That's why I said at the end of the day, if you have a great screen, how would you operate in that environment? You have to read 100% contrast. Everything reads 100% contrast. Everything that shows up is going to be contrast. You can't turn out the lights in that environment. That area has to stay intact. Just as way, it's the same way you walk in and out has to be intact. It's a business. All that turning out the lights and then darkening the environment to try to make your product look good on YouTube, you cheat yourself at the end of the day. You should be doing real demonstrations in really harsh, well-lit environments. That way you'll be prepared to expand your company to the next level. And if anyone basically makes statements that your product doesn't work, you can easily sue them in court with no problem whatsoever. Gentlemen, you see what you're facing, right? This is the AdTech and Apex. Yeah, put that thing anywhere we want because it's used to being in an office at 24,000, and the ceiling that was striking that screen with a 12K Halo system embedded inside. So easy, I can go out there and do a demonstration anywhere. Schools, hospitals, you name it. Anywhere. The technology is designed to absorb all that light. So, yep. I'm going to be hooking up that one and 16 more. Pretty soon, the sports bar and all of them. So let's see where we go from here. We are going to do, let me see. We're going to do, we're going to do, that's the only way you're going to expand your company. If you're going to be trapped in the home theater world, you're screwed. You're trapped in there. You typecast yourself. Got to be to expand your technology. Look at new resources. Check out projector mapping applications. Check out interactive technology, invisible technology, floor applications. Check out all that. Learn that stuff at the end of the day. Learn about different types of projectors. Use the lowest lumen projectors, the lowest and poorest models you can get your hands on. Number one, if you can get a 720p projector, look just like a 4K, you got a pretty impressive product there. And that also too means that the consumer who's buying from you doesn't have to spend all that money because a lot of places don't want to spend $3,000 for a projector. Yep. If the customers I talk to don't want to spend $3,000 for a projector, it's too much money. Here's the recent ones we did. You know, get caught up in that stereotype nonsense. That is going to hurt your business big time. Totally hurt your business. So when you're talking to these people, this isn't YouTube. You're talking to these people face to face. Whatever you say, you got to tell the truth. They want to know if you can operate in a fully lit environment. They want to know if the projectors are going to be expensive. Most of these people don't even know about calibrating at the end of the day. Some of these people are not tech savvy at the end of the day. So, you know, you darken that environment, it's just not going to work. I mean, no, it's just not going to work. Not especially in that area at the end of the day. It's just not going to work. And then what happens is if the environment has too much light, you know what they do? They suggest you buy a more expensive projector with a higher lumen count to fix their problem. We did that in eco mode at 1800. You don't need all that. Oh, I see. That's what they were asking for. We did that either way without that problem. Let me see. I'm just gonna put it in there anyway, so that way it links it in there. Let's see. Tabletop projection technology. Google's so smart. Why does it start every sentence off with a lowercase instead of a capital? All right, that's the screen right there. Right. There we go. Have a description of it. Make sure it's in there. There it is. Okay, cool. We can put that in all of them. Now, the reason why we're locking our videos onto the website, because the website is the one that basically pushes the videos to other countries. I got so caught up in doing all these videos on YouTube, I literally forgot what the website's for. The website, once we place videos on it, they go to other countries. Other countries see this. Sometimes on YouTube, we don't expand that far out. But on the website, we expand everywhere. Since now I got the search engine up to 100%, that means now I'm going to start submitting an application to foreign domain names so we show up in other countries. So I got a lot of videos I got to update on here and drop on here now. Because we've changed out to this and changed out to that. Put this right there. I'll come back and put those ones in later. I'm going to put the loop in this. And I'll put the video description. I'm going to come back around this. Oh, let's go. Oh. Kind of understand that one now. Hold on for a minute. Where you at? I know you gotta be in here somewhere. Pause you for a minute. I have no idea why you can't get access to sound. Speakers have got to be underneath me. Oh, let me see. Make sure this one's marked. I want to get the one where the table looks like water. Now, some of them, like I said, that don't know too much about about technology. This is where we come in and we basically show them how to put the whole thing together, how to semi easy to do. Fire sticks, because they're trying to figure out exactly, okay, if I go through Comcast or one of the, it's expensive to go through one of those companies. Fire Stick is perfect for that. Apple TV is perfect for that. Connect it up into your projector. There's tons of programs that you can watch off of it. Yep, you run it through your Wi-Fi and you're good. Now, for some of these businesses at the end of the day, look, we got the PPL right down the street. You know how crowded the people that come in to watch the games are insane. It's like droves and droves of people come in to watch the game over there. Yeah, it's fantastic. You got advertisement that you're watching the game or the game is being displayed or whatever. They'll come in there to watch, they'll come in there to drink, they'll come in there and eat the whole 9 yards. A lot of people flood from outside down in the local businesses. They flood those areas to get food. One place is really good. They're right across the street from the PPL. They get flooded all the time when they go in there. So they make really good money. So these giant screens come in handy because, again, you can watch the game on 70-inch. You can watch on 150-inch or 200-inch. That's a massive screen to watch the game on. And a lot of people are huddling around multiple screens. You can run one screen that everybody can see. That's what we're putting in his setup. Because he got one little TV up there that's not cutting it. Everybody can't see that. And when people go into restaurants, people whip out their phones and they watch TV shows. They take the food home, they go watch it on the TV. So if you got a giant screen there to accommodate all that, yeah, it's definitely going to bring a lot of business in there. Definitely going to bring a lot of business. And that's why the Apex is a fantastic screen for those particular setups. But it also shows you at the end of the day that the hatred that these people have for me, especially that one over in California, literally went on and did that demonstration on that product and claimed that product didn't read. Well, Fernando, if that product didn't read, it would be virtually impossible, and it would show up in a commercial environment. Mind you, your apartment's dark all the time, and that environment's brighter than your apartment. So if we can operate in here, it means we can operate there and every place else. The Apex was perfectly fine. You did that because of the hatred and jealousy, but don't worry, you're going to be taken care of. What's the day? Sunday? Yeah, got you on Monday. No, tomorrow's Sunday. Yeah, we got you. We're another day in. We're good. We got you. I'll lock you in. Now, like I said, he's not going to get any documents in. When we submit that form, that means that the process has already started, and to read through all those documents over there and begin the process, which is enough there for court. that set up and get that done. So that's where the whole thing begins. It all starts and ends with him being transported here for not showing up for 5 civil criminal cases we're going to file against Fernando. I talked to a friend of mine. We're going to file 5 of them. So if he doesn't show up, that means he'll get 5 bench warrants. Don't do crazy stuff, man. I went by there today, man. That's not the place you want to be at. Not in that place. You don't want to be in there. Oh, we got to do a video game display. I like doing the video game display on here. This was pretty cool to do. I will build a giant Pac-Man table. Oh, I did build a giant Pac-Man table. I already built one. Alright, we gotta do the liquid table. And we don't understand hard work. When I had to do the ad tech outside, man, I was in the middle of a heat wave. It was freaking hot, like I don't know what. And where that park is at, you have to go down a hill. That's a good sized hill. So I had to travel all the way down that hill, set everything up in that blazing heat, sweat in buckets. And then once we got the video footage, put everything in the bag, carry it all the way up this freaking hill to do those videos. Yeah. Speaking of park, right in the middle of the park. Yeah, I had to go do all that stuff because we had to back the product up. Doesn't make a difference if I'm hot and basically my skin is being cooked out there. I have to have proof it actually works. Not only for other people, but also for myself. Let's see. Yeah, air conditioning in the unit. I couldn't enjoy it. I had to be out there getting cooked. Like, where are you going outside to get cooked? I'll be back. Makes me walk past the office. Like, you going out there? Like, I really got a choice. I got stuff I got to do. We got to make sure this stuff works at the end of the day. Oh, yeah. Put a keyword in there, like endless possibilities. I need to put a keyword in there. So I need to. Oh. Oh. Just give you an idea. These are all the videos. This is way beyond this. That I had to shoot. Inside and outside. On this ad tech to make sure this thing is running correctly. So now we got it to the point where now we can just walk into a store, do the demonstration, come back out. Underwater. And underwater. Oh yeah, we gotta do submersible next week. So we gotta drop one in a tank and show demonstrations to it. I need that for somebody. They want to do it. They want to do it. They want to do like a kind of fish tank effect. So they're gonna drop one underwater. Yeah, see how that worked? Yeah, tons and tons of videos. Outside, inside, inside, outside, here and there and here. That's why I said when I go to your site, I don't see these tests being done. Because you don't do the tests. But let me see what's in here. Endless possibilities. And this, no, thanks for that. Oh, that is the water one. Turning the dust to liquid. Do we do this one? Do we have it in there already? It's one with the nebula on it. Let me see. Nope. That one's different. Alright, and I got two more in my phone, which I got to upload those, which I can't do those right now. I'll save those as already in. Alright, let me see. We do have a shooter. Yeah, we have that. We have that. Let's go over to. Let me see. See Apex Gamer. I was showing how we can turn this glass into snow. So we can get ready to get, when winter times come, they can do a lot. I can't wait to see some of the cool stuff people do with this technology. LPG, Apex. Gamer. Okay, Apex Gamer at 235.1. Apex Gamer is submerged underwater. Did those tests too. Make sure it can stay underwater without cracking and peeling. Apex Gamer versus gray screens. So next time we go on site, we'll take a gray screen, take you out there, and you're going to project and so you can read a contrast level. You can read a 100% star field. Then we're going to pull up our white levels and just blend right into your screen like we usually do. Yep, see, your stuff don't work on site. I don't know how in the world they're coming up by saying, hey, we don't read black. That's the problem. You can't read a contrast level. It is a requirement. Now, when he didn't have black screens, it wasn't too much of a requirement. Now today, it is a requirement. You have to literally be able to read that black level. And then for those of you who have black screens at the end of the day, you're missing a very important test called black versus black. You have to have at least about 100 of these tests done, and these are done live. Mind you, some of these tests can be 2 to 3 hours long in a live demonstration. If you don't have that, and our company decides to challenge you based on our expertise versus you, you're going to lose that fight. You're definitely going to lose that fight. Being like, hey, we're missing a bunch of tests. I can back up and show you my credibility and work towards yours. Yeah. Trust me, we would definitely level you with that, no problem. So we can challenge you in court and say, hey, look, we're not getting this, we're not getting that. Yeah, you're going to have to basically show that your product is a different comparison. All these tests are going to be missing because you have to have those tests. It's very important that you do those tests. Black screens are extremely temperamental. Some don't even run correctly on short throw and ultra short throw projectors. You don't have any testing on the things. You're just launching them out there and saying, hey, we got it. That's why when those people came out and made those accusations that they know how to make our product, what did we say to you? Put it on the website. We'll buy it. Not one person put their product on the website. Not one. That's why we said we got you on lockdown. You can't put that stuff on the website. You know it'll happen if we get our hands on it. That's how Rogers, at the end of the day, knew darn well, don't let him get his hands on that paint, because if we got our hands on that paint, it'd have been the end of it. But it's still the end of it either way, because he can't back it up. He gave us back our money. For a person who claimed this product was the best, yeah, y'all give back a lot of money. That's what I find funny. We don't got not one person can say that we ever gave back money and we couldn't back up a product. Please, get out of here with that nonsense. So with that being said, y'all don't even know how to make a black paint. We even let him make the black paint twice, and he came out gray. Don't know what he's doing. Can't even make his own stuff right. So, no, y'all stuff don't work. Them gray paint, them black paint y'all claim, end of the day, you thought it was mine, right? You see that demonstration I did? Where I made y'all product? And then turned around and put it into my own product, put it on a standalone by itself, showing that this is how they fool you to make you think they have a black screen, and technically they don't even have one. That's a fake version of a black screen. Then I put it into mine, and what happens? The screen turns dark. It's completely unwatchable. We get you in courtroom on that nonsense, and you sold all that, you sold a lot of paint based on a product that's not tested, we'll get you for consumer fraud. Just like Epson challenged Valve, we can challenge you in court. And you'll be coming here to see us. So if you got no testing, you know nothing about this product, once I get you in that hot seat, me being a person who developed this technology is going to ask you questions that we know you can't answer. It's going to be a very uncomfortable situation, and you can't lie. You're under oath. So go ahead, make your product, see what happens. See how fast we snatch it off your website, destroy it, and take it to court and wreck you in court. That's why they can't sell it. Gave you a couple days to put it on eBay? Any websites? Nothing? Nobody put it out there? Nobody? One person? All right, you don't know what you're doing. There you go. And you would never be able to open up a website ever. You ever mention my company's name? We don't back down from that type of stuff. You should know that as a reputation. We like challenges at the end of the day. You mention my company's name, your company will get destroyed. See what happened to his. See what happened to the other one. They working right now? Are their websites running right now? They're not. One's still going to be challenged in court over that freaking range gain nonsense. And yeah, we're still going to challenge him in court over that mess. And the other one, well, he don't have a site. His site's gone. Even the eBay listing, gone. Got to be to back your products up. Ooh, wall-to-wall screens in this one. You're not sitting there running these little small screens. We can do 150 inches. Do you have any idea how much light a 150-inch screen absorbs? It's a lot of light. So if a star field comes up, can you read a star field from corner to corner without going ashy? And the answer is no. No, you cannot. The ones I'm going to really enjoy taking to court are the ones basically claim to be ambient light rejection technology, and they do that demonstration where they have all the lights on and the projector is clearly off, and then they'll do the demonstration with the lights off. Lights on when showing off the screen without the projector on. When the projector turns on, turns the lights out. That is some phony ambient light projection technology right there. That is so phony. Then they send the message like, why'd you turn the lights out when you turn the projector on? I thought it's supposed to be an ambient light projection screen. Block. They'll block me right from the door. Ask them too many questions. Like I got Valve to admit that the projectors were 1080p base and not 4K. I also got GM Go to say that their projectors were based on not 4K and they were 1080p base. Oh. And these guys going around with it, like the one guy, Phantom HC, so, the Valve projector's amazing machine. At the end of the day, your NEC projector can't compete with it. NEC projector has 4001 contrast. The Valve only has 3001. The NEC is 3600 lumens, where the Valve projector is lucky to if they make it to 1800 lumens or 2500 lumens, which they claim to be 6000 lumens, but Essen took them to court and sued them and found that they weren't 6000. They're way under the 6,000 mark. I can literally see that in the demonstration. There's no way in the world that projector was counted that dull to be 6,000 lumens. Yeah, it's not 4K. It's not native 4K. It's using compressing shipping, which is not shipping. Compressing, pixel compressing, which is not the same as actual 4K. Which you'll find out if you ever go out and buy yourself a 4K receiver. You're going to get a 1 second sound delay because of the signal issue. And that's the same way I was talking to them. So they said, okay, we got somebody in the room. Either he basically owns a company or he's just a projector guru. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. Don't nonsense. Come on. And that guy got all hyped up. He even bought the screen they had, a light gray screen. Talking about the screen is different. I literally have the pictures on my account, on my cell phone, clearly showing when I post it, people are cracking up. That the money that they spent for that screen to work with that projector does the exact same thing as a white eBay projector that's far cheaper than that. And he had a gray wall, it also matched that too. Posted the pictures on a forum site, they're in there crying. No, you didn't know anything about it. Then I explained to him, I showed him the pictures how they got sued by Epson. At the end of the day, now he comes onto my site telling me, well, you know a little bit, this, that, and the other, but man, get off my site. Bye. A little bit. I know more than you. I know your projectors are fake. I know that for a fact. You spent all that money for a projector that can't even produce a proper contrast level on that screen at that. It's got poor contrast, and the screen's poor because it's light gray. Absolutely poor package that you bought at the end of the day. Spent all that money. They got you good. They got you good. They got you good. Got a good one. They got you good. It's like the perfect snowball. You throw it at somebody and they get caught between their neck and they freaking collar right up in there. Like, oh, a good one. I got it right up in there. Got you good. Yep. You didn't know what you were doing at the end of the day. Doing too much. How you doing? Nobody freeze. Everybody freeze. Nobody moves. Nobody gets hurt. It's this comedian does that. It's freaking funny. I don't know what. But yeah. See, they like people like y'all. Cause y'all people come in, y'all hype it up, y'all back them, y'all sell your product, y'all sell their products. And man, they getting over on y'all left and right. But you be the loudest screamer in the room how well it works. And you the one to get ripped off. I like people like that. I like the ones that argue and talk about how it's just that and the other. Your ones are easy to crush. You crush y'all never come back. We came over and talking about, well, you're right, so and so and so, it's just that and the other. I don't want to try to hear that now. I told you about it. You want to get nasty on camera and call me out my name. Now I got embarrassed. I embarrassed the daylight so I can splatter them all over YouTube. Yeah, was it worth it? At the end of the day, I told you the projector was trash. I even sent them the whatchamacallit, the little message where I was talking with them, and they admit that the projector was 1080p base. It's not even freaking 4K. It's not even anywhere near that. Then I showed them the whole transcripts, court transcripts, with Epson crushed them in court. You come back on, yeah, so and so, you're right, so and so and so, off my channel by block. If you didn't come off so rude when I was talking to you, you want to call me out my name and be disrespectful at the end of the day, you don't come back with that plate of humble pie. Man, go choke on your pie. I got things to do. I told you it was going to happen. Gee whiz Louise. Listen. I mean, I got people at the end of the day who you think don't know anything. I know how to listen. That's how I know how to do. When I was doing my dedicated theater room, a guy was teaching me how to do the level systems with the chairs. How you raise them up high and how they drop down just enough so each person basically can see the screen without seeing the back of someone's head. He was teaching me that. I didn't go in there full glass from, oh yeah, I know how to do this, blah, 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 don't cover, blah, 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 blah. I can learn something new every single day. So he was in there doing the room. He was doing the seating system, and I want to ask him some questions. Yeah, that's my first time doing this. I want to know how to do the seating system. So when you sit down, how high does the screen have to be to hit the person in the front? But it can't be too high up, and it can't be too low. That's a freaking mathematical nightmare altogether by itself to do the seats that rise up. But yeah, especially when you're doing it where your floors ain't slanted. That's a different one right there. But anyway, you have to still build those little pillars in the floor, the top. The higher to get it done. Unless your floor is slanted, you can do it that way. But anyway, you have to build that construction in there. So the guy was showing me how to do it, and that's how I learned how to build that system from learning from him. But if you're coming through life full glass all the time, you can't learn jack. And you think at the end of the day that I'm some noob? Please, you guys are all noobs. Y'all don't know jack for jack. Don't know jack for jack. No jack, no Jill, nothing coming down the hill, not a thing, nothing. At all, period. All y'all do at the end of the day is just try to be me. That's it. How long y'all last? How long y'all stamina last at the end of the day? Y'all burn out. And we're still pushing, still going, still developing more high-end technology. Y'all can't keep up with us. That's my technology changing that right now. I can walk in any building in Allentown, any building I want. With that Apex, that technology allowed to read through sunlight, and I can advertise anywhere I want. The Apex can read in any building it sits in. As you can see right there. On an Epson Powerlight S6 that cost me $16.25. That's it, people. That's it. $16.25, which means the $20 rolling around in your pocket literally can buy that projector. Let me go back over here. People sitting there spending $3,000 for a projector. $3,000, $4,000. You don't spend all that money. That's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. You have to buy that when you're working with certain screens, because certain screens require these high-end expensive projectors because they don't work. They don't save you money, they cost you more money. See this right here? 20 bucks. That's all it costs me to run the projector in that environment. $20. And I can pick up an image in environments that a gray screen couldn't even think of functioning in, that white screens can't function in. And if you're talking about the certifieds don't read 100% black, so what's the point of that? 20 bucks. When somebody sits there and says they're saving you thousands, you can't save some or hundreds. You can't save hundreds if you can't save it yourself. That's like somebody saying I'm an accountant, but I go bankrupt every year in my finances. I don't think I would trust you. Because you're not very good at what you do. In this demonstration, that projector right here on the table, let me see, get back here. This projector on the table was the Christie LW400. That projector cost me 50 bucks. That's a Sony. That projector cost me $10. Cheaper than this, $10. $10. It's a 720p unit. $10. And you got projectors that are running at 3,000 lumens, quad-core 4K laser projectors, 2 million to 1 contrast, 1.7 billion colors and climbing. And you mean to tell me with all that power, you're sitting a foot away from a screen with no distance throw, and you still can't read? You got to turn out the lights to run it? Good gracious, man. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Look at that. That's pretty bad. Now, if you want to sit there and say at the end of the day that my demonstrations are false, you know where I'm going at the end of the day. Got two options in this one. Either we find your videos and we drag you into a courtroom and make your life a little nightmare, or you sign my contract and you see me in court. So that's going to be part of a new thing at the end of the day. Either we bring you in, or you come in voluntarily. Either way, you're coming in. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Yep, if we catch you posting videos up there making some statements about my company, I guarantee the people that I'm hiring will find you. And I guarantee we'll have a process server at your door and a nice little letter from the court saying, hey, you're being sued for $1 million. And you'll be like, oh no! What? How did they find me? You live in the digital age. Cut it out. You live in the digital age. Welcome to the digital age. You should know that by now. All right, let's get this one over here. Where are we going with this one right here? Yeah, I'm going to change this out. Let me see. I'll change it out right here. Is there any other way? There's no other way. I gotta get that Soul Calibur. I like that Soul Calibur. Let me see what we got going on here. Here. What's the big screen? The 150? Joint 150. I definitely got to bring in my whatchamacallit next. I got to bring the blackout call service. I need that. I got to mark them on site. They're easy to find if we do it on site. Alright, I'm going to come back to this later. I definitely want that. But give me the whatchamacallit. Definitely want to do that liquid table. We got on the other site. We should be good there. Because we got it. It's already posted. I'm just posting it twice. I went over to, let me see, of the Apex camera. Get the fun title of the videos. Or just shoot the video. Just shoot the video. And then we can title Apex Gamer for website. That way I know to track them down faster. Because, man, with all the videos we have in here, that is going to be a headache to track that one down. I need that one for the video shots on the other Apex cameras. Missing a ton of videos. Let's see how many videos we're missing on the Apex over there. Should have been done already. Give it a page. Should have been done. Wait, we have a multi. One picture here. This one. That's one for the floor. That's one for the floor. We don't have a multi one set up. Where's that multi set up? Here. Like 2 or 3 screens running. 2 screens run at the same time. I know I got that here. Oh, come on. I just saw that video. The multi setup. Oh, come on, fish sticks. We literally saw a multi-setup. We just recently did those. Let me see. Because I put in multi-setup, it's literally going to bring up every multi-setup we did. We did a lot of those. There's the space setup. There we go, multi-setup. What do we got here? Oh, we got gaming on this one. Yeah. Heck yeah. Definitely. That's what I'm looking for too. Let me show some of that gaming power. Gaming power. I'm pretty soon we're going to be working on panels on the other screen, on the other site, for a new Apex that's coming out. A new gamer coming out. It's going to be the ultimate gaming screen. Man, I literally could have named that screen Imperior. I could have named the Gray Screen Destroyer. That's pretty much it. You put certifies up and they couldn't handle it. Man, that's going to be incredible. I can't wait to finish off the 2 larger panels for it so we can expand it. I think it's going to be insane. Some people take it personally. When you talk about gray screens, an individual that takes it personally, sorry, me, crackers, you're not in business anymore. Why in the world you still complaining about gray screens? You're not in business anymore. Ultimate Apex Gamer. It shows the Apex Gamer on so many levels, capability. That's why I like the mashups, because the mashups, instead of showing one video in here, we can show multiple videos all in one hit. That's why the mashups come up real nice. This is what I should have been doing. I should have been here uploading videos on here, because this is where videos go everywhere on here. See, haters only extend to YouTube. That's as far as you go. But we just on here, these go global. Because the search engine optimizer, which I finished off on here, that was a bit of a juicy, is designed to make sure that all videos go global. You trying to stop us is the equivalent of a tractor trailer traveling at a 90-degree incline and you have a paper shield. Good luck with that one at the end of the day. You are definitely bound to be crushed. But when the Imperior reaches at 100%, that's it. That's the sleeping giant right there. Is the Imperior, that black technology. That thing is incredible. Can you imagine gray screens trying to go up against a technology that turns your white levels beige? You can't read next to its contrast level. That means it's 100% black. And the color levels of that thing are absolutely incredible. You couldn't even match that thing. At 720p, it can even crush your screen. If you have 4K, it can even take you out. It can operate in fully lit environments, has front and rear capabilities. You can't touch it. Even the ambient light projection technology can read through sunlight. We showed demonstrations of these black panels outside at 300 lumens, reading crystal clear outside. You can read it at 12 to 13 feet back at 300 lumens. Can't go near that thing. But any company wants to challenge it, bring it. And we got 2 ways you can handle you. You can destroy your inside, or you can take you outside at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and watch you disappear. Yep. So that is a beast of a screen. Good luck. You see right now, that thing popped on the scene, the gray screen, like, nope, 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 nope. I want no part of this. I want no part of this. Whatever that is, I want no part of it at all, period. I see it that way. I see when I do projection screens, I see it as these big Roman warrior fights. That's what I see it as in the day. Like gray screens on top of the hill. You know, they talk all this trash at the end of the day, and we don't even bring an army. We bring one warrior. That's it. That's all we need. Read the Imperior. That's all that's needed. The rest of them can sit behind and just watch this entire slaughter fest go on. And the minute that thing lands, you already know from the door that you have overstepped boundaries, that you need to back it down as fast as you possibly can. Like, what's that? What the freak is that? Like, you know what? I'm done. I got things to do. I got a basket weaving class I gotta get to. I gotta go. You ain't gonna step in front of that thing. Your screen will disappear. It'll freaking Medusa your screen. Which it ain't a bad idea to make a screen called the Medusa. Wait, can we do that? Can we get it? I'm gotta think about biblical things at the end of the day we can't touch. There's certain things we can't touch. If we make a screen called the Medusa, if we make something like that, we're gonna make something crazy. I mean, it's gonna be strictly designed to basically alter it in color, alter your screen. So curious, not, but I gotta look up before I name a screen a name. We have to know what the name stands for because it can be something satanic, like well, have you ever heard about anything Dark Energy Abyss? Look that stuff up. It's pretty satanic. There was a company called Dark Energy Abyss, I remember a long time ago. But that name is very satanic. I looked it up, I was thinking, man, you could do something called Dark Abyss or whatever. No, it just is something, yeah, that name is very satanic. We open there with the 10th fold. We have to research all names. What's the screen called? The Medusa. You can't call it that. Like the Leviathan. We had to pull that. When I read about that, I was like, oh, nope. Pull it. Ain't gonna do it. Let me see. I said, what about? And forget you and your money at the end of the day. I ain't doing that. I ain't going against the guy who lost your mind. Let me see. Is Medusa considered satanic? That's all I need to know. I'm good. It says, regard to a demonic, monstrous theory, evil figure in Greek mythology, which portrayed a oh yeah, because it had the key features of Satan. It had pride. It had pride, envy, and jealousy. Yep. You know the whole story about Medusa, right? Medusa wasn't always a snake with all these tentacles and so on. Medusa was a very beautiful woman, extremely beautiful woman, and apparently somebody was more prettier than she was, and she didn't like it. She had her murdered, and the gods, well, that's why they believe in gods. I don't believe in gods. The gods basically cursed her, where they made her so hideous that anyone looked upon her, gazed upon her, would turn into stone. That's the whole story. I study Greek mythology. I like it. It's pretty interesting. But yep. Ancient context, demonic. Ancient Greek art. Yeah, it's demonic. I ain't going near that with a 10-foot pole. Nope, I pass. That's why I research everything before I put anything on it. I can't put down, blessed by God, this by God, that by God, and what I'm having is basically involving something demonic. No, we can't do that. Got the arcade games on here. What do we got? What do we got? Arcadian. Do we do any arcades on that? Do we do any arcades for the table? That's it. I want to do one on the big screen. So let me see. Oh, we did upgrade the floors, so we did the floors. Let me see what the floor is already done. This is the table. Yeah, that's the table I built. The floor. We did do the floor. Let me see. Let's go with floor projection. Yep, we did it. Bam. Entire multimedia projector application setup. What's this one here? Oh, we turn the floor into liquid koi fish. Let me see. Wait, what's that one? Oh, we got a flex. Do the flex. You got music on this flex? Oh, that's the reason why we don't use freaking wireless wired keyboards. Let's see what we did. Got the entire keyboard off the desk. But we didn't do a System 32. I hate those things. Oh, we're good. Cool. God got it. God got it. Boom, 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 boom. This one we hooked it up. Where's my sound system? My headset. So let me hear some music on this. No, that's some music. What kind of music we played on this? So the flex on this one. All right, what's going on here? Anything on here? Nope. Come on, give me back, 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 bye. Ugh. Nice. Go back here. Why is this screen so massively huge? Oh, we're in exit mode, that's why. Look, that's a Pac-Man. Oh. I'm like, why do we not hear anything? Because we're not hooked up, or that's why. Oh yeah, we get the beat. Ah, that's where we turn the flow in the ocean to water. I'm gonna do one of these in the park. See? This is what I mean. At the end of the day, when you watch us turn a floor into freaking koi fish, that you can see the reflection and stones off of it, and you guys are going out making demonstrations saying our stuff is unwatchable and everything we make is a scam? Oh my goodness. The reason why I mention that over and over again, gentlemen, because it's going to have a ball in court when y'all see you get hit with that $2 million hit. Gonna make you stand up without bending your knees. Like, what the frick? It's gonna hit you hard. It's gonna hit you very hard. Because you made a very, very serious accusation about my company, and you continue these campaigns. The more campaigns you did, I'm gonna get you $1 million per campaign. That's how bad this thing is gonna get. And we can ask for anything we want. It's gonna be insane what we're gonna be asking for. But, and remember, you bought it. I'm gonna cash your check for you. Look at that. Look how bright that screen pulls up. Down through time, every form of technology we've ever engineered, these guys made statements that our products didn't work. So we're going to take it to court for the whole shebang. You said everything I designed, right? All right then. I can see right now people turn like, Mr. Bird, I'm sorry. I just want to apologize. I'm not going to look at you when you apologize. I don't hate you at the end of the day. In a way, yes, I do forgive you for what you've done, but you have to pay the price. You committed a crime against my company. The Lord told me to go forth, and I'm doing what he told me to do. So lawsuit still stands. Whether you can afford it or not, you're going to pay that money. And you will watch everything that you work for deteriorate to nothing. Your common sense told you not to do it. God told you not to do it. Out of hatred, you did it. So therefore, you should lose everything you have. See, the Lord will bless you with amazing things in life. But you don't know how to do things right in life, and you want to carry on and do things on that level, then you will lose your blessings. And they will go to someone else. Let me see. I like this video. I like the mashup. The mashups are amazing. We got the floor popping off at the same time. I get that R-tape too. I gotta pick that up. Let's go kick this in there right quick. Bam. That bam. Well, how can you forgive me? You're gonna sue me at the end of the day. Cause I'm suing you because you did something stupid that you shouldn't have did to begin with. You know better than that. You know how damage you could have caused my company at the end of the day. Good thing God didn't allow that to go as far as it could have went. You could have damaged my company with that dumb nonsense. And you kept those campaigns going on top of that, and you're attacking my friends, you're attacking my family members, and calling on my phone and ranting and screaming and yelling. Heck yeah, I'm gonna sue the crap out of you guys for that. Next time you learn the long run, don't do stuff like that. Let me see what's going on here on that keyboard. I knew something happened. Something had to happen when that keyboard dropped like that. There we go. We got it back. Easy fix. Now, you understand that you work very hard, right? To earn all your stuff, right? Your car, your home, your furniture, right? You work very hard, right? Same way Mr. Bird worked very hard to earn what I have here at the end of the day. So, as you try to take from me, I will now take from you. So the difference is that I will win every single lawsuit because I have the evidence, I have the backing to get it done. It's only fair. Where is this going to? Okay, cables and cords and super unbelievable. All right, let me see. That one I definitely like. I want to trade this one out too. This one's definitely traded. What's the shark one? I want the one with the shark. It's only fair. Ah, there's a shark. Shark! Yep, wish it could have been different. I really do. Wish you would have just mind your business, went in a different direction, left me alone. But you guys want to just keep on pushing and pushing and pushing, right? Now, look at the situation we're at. Look on the bright side. You should not be hit with that post office charge because that one right there is going to be brutal for some people. Very, very brutal. That's like 30, that's a 30-year prison sentence. You do not want that. You're better off with just getting the lawsuits. Let me see where we're going with this one right here. That's our shark right there. Yep. Let me see, we have that one. What are the other ones that have to be updated? Let me see. Alright, there's one right there for that one. Oh, pinball. You got to do a pinball one. Pinball's missing. That one has to be done. Retro gaming. Did we do that one already? You know, the retro gaming. So, retro shooting. Alright, I got to make a list of this stuff and get this done. Trailers got to be changed up to new trailers. I'm pretty sure all these games have passed already. And then we got the retro game box. And more than just gaming. More than just gaming, the Apex Gamer. And he got extremely jealous over the Apex Gamer. Anything we make that starts getting publicity, he gets upset. I'll tell you one thing. Tried it with the... Oh, you won't be around when the Legendary comes out. That should be... We should have been in court already. Should have been sued already in court. So we'll be working on those criminal charges next. Yeah, I see you even go anywhere near during the demonstration. And that guy does Border Patrol, yeah, he'll get your little letter at the end of the day. Yeah, you and him can have a nice conversation at the end of the day when he comes to your front door. You explain to him exactly about how you can do whatever you want and touch whatever you want. Because you can't be found. Go ahead, play with us and see what happens. And you sit there and say, that email, nobody, we pinged it. Came right back to your freaking internet provider. It's from your building at the end of the day. We pinged you before. It's coming from your building. That is your email. You're the only one with that email. We can show multiple accounts, even basically PayPal transactions. From ordering stuff from you, that email popped up multiple times on multiple receipts. Even some with your face on it. Can't get away with that, buddy. It even shows up in your LLC, which we checked. His LLC is an email that he uses for his business. So yeah, ain't gonna work at all, period. So, anything, Fernando, anything, you do any dumb demonstration, and I'll make sure that we don't have to go to court, because we'll fix it right there and then on the spot. I saw that, couldn't believe I actually got that. I still can't believe he sent that to me. I can't believe he sent it and admitted he was not, he was here illegally. Question is, my buddy was like, when did he get here? Because if it's when he got here, and he has older brothers and sisters, that's going to raise some major red flags. Because he has older family members. He has older family members, but they're already here at the end of the day. That's what I'm saying. He's going to dig all that up. Because the way he made the statement, he made a statement that, hey, you guys can't touch me. I don't have no paperwork. I have stuff coming open other people's names and stuff like that. So yeah, that raises a red flag. My buddy was asking questions too. He's like, so when did he come over here? Which also questions your wife too. Because did you meet her over here? If you met her over here, there's no way in the world mother and father would have taken some strange woman over. No, there's no way in the world. If he came over here younger, there's no way in the world. He had to met her over here. Now over here, does she have documents? Or she did have documents when she was over here. Their situation would have changed by a great deal because she would have the power to go out and move and get a new apartment because she has paperwork. She can literally do that easily. Easily do that. Definitely easy would be able to do that. She could go get a car. Easy to do. She's got documents. She was born here. Storage unit. Easy. She could definitely move out. They can definitely move out of that apartment at the end of the day. Easily. So there's a red flag there on top of that when you consider that. And the fact that if you married her, which is basically against the law, if you were undocumented and you married her at the end of the day, still it would give you some kind of status at the end of the day because she is definitely legal. Your situation would be completely different unless she's not. Yeah, it definitely would be different. Definitely would be different. Now, if you say you have everything in your wife's name, and she is legal, then she's in a lot of trouble. Because you can't do that. Because of your status at the end of the day. And on top of it, the fact that you committed crimes on top of that status, which makes it even far worse. Which makes her responsible. Which means she's liable for lawsuits. So, he told on himself. Nobody in their right mind ever writes something like that. Nobody, except for him. Because he has to feel the need to be the tough man. That's why he does stuff like that. He has to be the tough guy at the end of the day. You just hung yourself, tough guy. Because no one would have ever let anyone know. They would just let him keep guessing. And you went out there and you bragged about it. I still can't believe he sat there and said that. He said, yeah, you got that correct. I am an illegal alien, and I'm definitely, I'm here illegally in the country. Good luck trying to find, well, get that part. We had a server that goes to the front door. I just found that crazy. He actually mentioned that. He actually said it. But he regrets it now. And I sent them back an email. I was like, what the frick is wrong with you? Why would you send me something like this? Do you have any idea how bad of criminal evidence is against you at the end of the day? I could have sat there and said, oh, you dumb at the end of the day. We got you, man. We're going to mess your life up pretty bad. You sat there and just sent me this information. You are doomed on so many levels. It's not even funny. I could have rubbed that in his face. And I just sat there and said, what the frick is wrong with you at the end of the day? Why would you send me something like this? We can use this as evidence against you. Yep. And then we got a flip-flop. We got 1 minute. We got text messages coming from him claiming to be an attorney that he isn't a citizen, and then one saying he's not a citizen, and then one saying he's going to get a lawyer like he is a citizen. That's citizen fraud. Can't do that. That's actually a real thing too. Oh my goodness, man, I can't make this up. I have seen people do stuff so stupid that people say, why do you talk about it? Because your brain can't even process that mess at the end of the day. Like, really? Like, why? Why would you tell, of all people, me, the person that is prosecuting you in court, you hand this over to me? That's like saying, hey, yeah, you know that whole thing about I shot with the gun and all that stuff? Well, here's the gun. It's got my fingerprints all over. I didn't even bother cleaning it off. Here's a video of me actually killing the person. There you go. Just take all this evidence. You know, just do whatever you want to do with it. By the way, you'll never find me. I'm going to be out. He did. My buddy was like, you did everything but give me your DNA. You want to give me your DNA too on top of that? Give me your DNA then. You know, doing that stuff at the end of the day. Wow, I still can't believe that. Yeah, but that's what the devil will have you do. I told you. The devil's job is to basically get you in this trouble, make you believe you're invincible, and then hang you in the process. Make you do things that'll literally get you caught. And he had him go over and send over a detailed email of him saying that he doesn't have paperwork. He's here illegally. And in this country, he's saying he doesn't have the right to speak here. Wow. That's crazy. Man, that's crazy. Lord says deal with our enemies. He said, I'll deal with them. That is absolutely crazy. I had to send that email out to several people like, yo, you gotta see this. That's the guy's been attacking my company with his friends. She's like, what's this? And he just admitted he doesn't have documents. She's like, what? It's like, really? So yeah, right here. She's basically bragging about he can't be caught. She read through that? She said, oh, another person who works. Challenge accepted. Sheesh. I still can't get over this, man. Look at the file we have on Fernando by himself. The file we have on Fernando is huge. And this is not even into. I had to order more ink. I gotta print out another 100 more pages on him. We've got everything on here. Identity theft, slander, defamation, stalking, doxing, counterfeiting, trademark counterfeiting. We have here racial slurs. It just goes on and on and on. Where's that email at, by the way? Two accounts of basically copyright infringement. My goodness. Freaking violation on his LLC, operating a 3D printer without proper coding, no business license whatsoever. Process server pictures of his building, front and back. Receipts from the process server. Receipts from CCB, claiming that basically he was found with enough evidence to prosecute him for copyrights, infringement. Phone numbers and addresses from the people from the CCB that are basically processing all this, that can testify against him in court. Look at this, man. It's crazy. Copyrights Claim Board. This is one of the documents right there. Shown right there. Fernando Gonzalez. Basically being charged with touching our copyrights. It's just crazy what we have on this guy, man. But the one thing of all the thing, everything I have in here, the craziest ever, is the email. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Literally admitted that he does not have any paperwork. Oh, this is post office inspectors. That is for them. That's for them. Oh man, we got all types of stuff here, man. Pictures of you touching the apex. And at that, Fernando, I got videos on everything you have done. Everything. Even videos that date all the way back to the Frankenstein when you had the face on the container. That's a long time ago, by the way. Yeah. Pictures point out, yeah, the FBI saw this. Pointing out pictures to the apartment complex. You know the people on this building can sue you? Stalking the garage, which also leads to a trail to McAfee and the rest of them. They're also stalking the garage to Fernando. Yeah, that's a bit of a throw me under the bus kind of thing going on there. When they finish, all this is done. We finish with those bench warrants on you when they file against you, and you're in the system, and you're in there. I'm going to post your email. There's your email right there. You have to know. Got a stack of McAfee over there. McAfee got a stack over there. Williams got a stack over there. Yep, for court. there right, couple birds? Oh, yeah, look at you. Yeah. 3 stacks over there, gathering up all your information, getting ready. And there he said he's not a citizen. Unbelievable. Don't be scared. One other thing. You say, I'm an illegal alien. Correct. There you said I'm correct. That I'm here, not legally. So how are you? So I'm here, not legally. So how are you going to serve a person that has no records? Doesn't exist in the United States. I have. Bum, 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 bum. We gotta go back to every lost your place there. I have no what bird? Bum, 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 bum. I have everything under somebody else's name. Because like you said, I am an illegal alien. So good luck with your so-called suing me. Jamie, we know where you live at. Same process over the second time. What are you talking about? So you're talking about you can't be sued. Suing me. Bum, 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 bum. And here at the bottom, he says right here. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. You don't have any patents. You can't spell patent, can you? Or copyright. So we do have those. Enough. Plus, again, legal aliens don't have any paperwork. I don't exist in the United States. So if you don't have any legal paperwork, as you said, then that means at the end of the day, how are you driving around? Means you're driving around with a license. How do you have a lease? Means your lease is fake. You have no social security number. You have no birth certificate. You have nothing. You said you don't exist, right? And you ended it with correct. I'm correct. So, how do you want this? And right now, I can send it to a friend of mine. And he can take care of this right now. And they can question you when they get you down there. Or, we can basically take the other path, file a lawsuit against you, get the ball rolling there, and then go over to the courts and file 5 cases against you, which will lead to 5 bench warrants. Either way, it's going to get to a judge and she's going to read it. He or she's going to read it. I'm going to bring it up in court. Well, yeah, we filed with Homeland Security. Larry sent me an email telling that he could do whatever he wanted to do. And we can't track him down. He hasn't any paperwork. Somewhere along the line, you're going to get pinched. My buddy was like, at the end of the day, yeah, your hopes and dreams of basically keeping them down here ain't going to last. You're going to figure out. They're going to figure it out. They got to do a background check. They have to do a background check on anybody. Anybody's locked up to go background check. They have to make sure you're not wanted in any states. Well, some people don't carry ID on them at all. So, that's why they have to do a background check to figure out who you are. If you're over here and you have an ID, some people lose ID. Homeless people don't carry ID on them. Some people don't carry ID on them. So, but you have records somewhere of you. You know, there's medical records. There's something that's going to pop up on you. Driver's license, something. We're going to need to come back and figure out who you are. I don't know, we found every year we had to go through medical records. They go through just about everything. They come back blank with anything like, we don't have nothing on this person. Something is wrong here. So, oh, I know what he is. He's undocumented. They might just hand you over to ICE. That'll happen long before they will read that. It's one of the protocols they have to go through. When they get lazy and they decide to just, transfer you up here without really looking at anything, they might get you here. They might get you over there. If they look into it and say, okay, we got nothing on him, there's no background check, there's nothing whatsoever, dig something up, figure out who he is, where he came from, they might call him while you're in the holding. But because it's a court order from a judge, there's a good chance they may abide by the judge's rule and just send you over here. And when you get over here and you do the background check, they might basically in contact. It's an iffy situation. It's crazy. So they might look at it this way. Well, if he doesn't have anything on him, it ain't our problem at the end of the day. Let them handle that mess. Send them over there. The judge wants them, let them have them. That's going to be a situation right there. But I don't know. I'm just saying, I talked to a few people and they said those are different possibilities that could happen. But basically they can just say, hey, look, they wanted them, just let them pick them up and go from there and let them sort it out. And they're just going to tell them to get over there, like, look, we did a background check, we can't find nothing on them. So chances are he's probably undocumented. So that's your problem at the end of the day. You figure out what to do. You can get up here, and since you're already, it's quite interesting too, Fernando. When they bring you up here, you got a case up here. You got 31 cases up here. 31 cases we had to file in. So when they do the check on you up here, they're going to find out that we had to file with the FBI and Allentown Police about you. We've mentioned your name so many times. They know you. I'm pretty sure they know you by heart. When you mention like Fernando Gonzalez, and they bring you right on up. So that means they're going to charge you with those charges too once you're up here, because you're already up here. And then now you're going to have to go to court for not appearing in court. And then you're going to have to go to court for all those charges that they have right there against you, that we filed against you. I'll tell you, don't sleep. I mean, not that means it's a different word between African Americans and don't sleep. As it was, keep your head on the swivel. Because they can pop up out of nowhere. I mean, out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Keep thinking nothing's going to happen to you. A bunch of black Victorian Crown Victorians pop up right in front of your door. Gold shields. That's detective units right there. That's it. Man, I never forget that time in North Philly, all the dealers, they're just outside chilling. They're not doing anything. You got two undercovers in the lot, right there out in the open. You can obviously tell they're definitely undercovers. We know everybody in the neighborhood. We know everybody in the neighborhood. All different. We know that. It's one thing you know in your neighborhood, different cars and this, that, and the other. So we know they definitely stick out like a sore thumb. They think they don't. And everybody walking by, we know who they are. They just think we don't know who they are. So the dealers are not doing anything. They're just out there chilling, listening to music in their cars and stuff like that. That's all they're doing because they know they can't do anything with them out there. And when I walk up the street, I see one of my brothers, like, yo, I said, you see we're sitting in the lot? I said, yeah, I see we're sitting in the lot. He said, man, they stick out like a sore thumb. Everybody knows what they are. They just don't know it in the day. I said, yeah, it's funny. So I go back to the house, and I'm doing a game system. It's like probably like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm on a game system. And I decide I want something to eat. So I put my sneaks on. I'm going to run around the corner to the gas station. Apparently, I decided to go where the car was at. Look where the car was at. Because I only walked by. I was just curious who was in there. I walked past the car, and the guy said, yo, my man. He said, you got anything on you? Because he's trying to get me on something. You got anything on you? I said, what you want? He said, you got anything on you? I said, I got you, man. And mind you, the lot is covered in stones. Because there used to be previous buildings there. They don't smooth that over in some of these neighborhoods. They wreck it, destroy the building. Whatever's there grows up with grass and whatever. They smooth it down as best they can. But it's mostly bricks in there. And the cop was like, he was like, you got anything on you, man? Like, can you sell me something? Because, we don't want to go over there. It looks too dangerous over there. I was wondering if you got something on you. Because they just see me come from up that area. But I walked right past their car. So they figured I know him. I was talking to my boy Brandon. He got nothing to do with the boys on the corner. So I'm walking by. The guy asked me, do I have anything? I said, I got something for you. I got bricks, man. He said, bricks? I got bricks, man. I got bricks for days. I got all the bricks you want. Really, you got bricks? I got bricks on me right now. If you know what a brick is, and people already know because you know what a brick is. But anyway, so I pulled up 2 real bricks. So I'm laughing at him. Like, get away from the car, you're smart and blank. You know what I mean? I was cracking up, right? They heard me laughing in the lot, right? So when I came back over from the store, nobody was like, yo, what the freak went on in the lot? I heard the dude cursing at you. I said, I was walking by, dude gonna ask me, do I have anything on me? Like, come on, man, we know what you are. And so I told him I got bricks on me. I got bricks for days. So I went up, I pulled up 2 real bricks, and dude cursed me out. While they was over there crying. And then later on, the car backed up and left. Because I kind of told him that we know who you are. We know everybody in the neighborhood. Everything that pops up new, we know who you are. Well, here's one. No, I'm not expecting the no. I don't. The judge treat the court in the neighborhood. What you do is what you do. You get pinched, that's your life. That's what I got. It's funny. They thought I was a dealer. I was cracking up. I got bricks. I got all the bricks you want. What you need? I got you. I got you. Like, really? Like, you got it on you right now. I got it on me right now. Whatever you want, man. I got you. Here you go. Here your bricks. I'm sitting there laughing at them. They're cursing me out. What you gonna do? Arrest me? I got fake bricks on me. Yeah, whatever. Get out of my face. Different neighborhood. You're in a neighborhood that has a kind of intense violence. Officers don't speak to you like they should speak to you. You're in a neighborhood. You're outnumbered. There's people ain't afraid to come out there and hurt you. They know that from the door. You got to handle certain neighborhoods differently. Like working with the community. You watch Colors, the movie Colors. The guy was trying to tell him, don't be gun-ho and all that crazy stuff. Yeah, don't. No, you can walk in the neighborhood and chill with the people. They cool with you at the end of the day. And they know if one of them did something dirty, out of respect, they're going to turn him over. Like, look, you know, it's wrong what he did, so and so and so. But if you come in hostile and gun-ho at the end of the day, you can be met with a lot of interesting resistance. That's the way you have to handle certain neighborhoods. You can't do that. Rules and regulations. People live in the suburbs don't understand that. You don't understand nothing at all. You don't understand that part at all, period. The suburban lights. Don't understand that. Your neighborhoods are different. Much different. You don't have those types of rules and regulations in your neighborhood. Nope. It's funny because when I would come from North Philly and I would go to the suburbs where my brother lived at, a lot of the kids out there would act like they were hard. They had pants around their buttocks and wearing bandanas and all this stuff, and they thought they were like thugs in the suburban area, which is kind of interesting because at the end of the day, you should be lucky where you're at. I mean, if you want to be a thug, I mean, I can take you down to 33rd and Grad, 33rd and Diamond, 5th and Allegheny, 8th and Butler, Strawberry Mansion section. I can take you down through all the area at the end of the day. Guarantee you won't like it. On David Chappelle, the White Swap, and the kid was talking all this rap music in Canada. Oh, you from the hood? Oh, I got you. And he drove out in the middle of the harder figure the foot and took off. Like, hey, say hello to so-and-so before you see him. Took off. Oh. Lucky where you're at. I just couldn't get over how quiet it is. I couldn't even process it. I still can't process that quietness. They drive me out. I have to play music all the time. That's why I like when they do it's kind of a joke at the end of the day. I tell you, it's funny. Some people get offended too much. It's a joke. When you're talking about the white noise that people listen to go to sleep, and ours is different. Ours is gunfire and dogs barking and all that stuff. I'm kind of used to sleeping through all that. But yeah, there it is. I mean, you hear gunfire like 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. You hear the arguing and everything right out the window. Right across the street. Two guys arguing about something stupid. And all you hear is, yeah. Like, are you kidding me? Really? gotta go to work the next day. Y'all should be working. Out here shooting each other. Over something probably stupid at the end of the day. Let me see what we got on this. Okay. Winding down. Let me see. I'm good. I got to get videos for all that, so I'm good. I'm not gonna do them wrong to it another time. I'm not quite doing it right now. Let me see. That's all there, right? That's all finished. And that's done, right? I'm gonna publish this. I'll get the rest of the videos all lined up. I'll probably do a separate. I'm gonna find them. I can find it all the videos we have in there. Possible to find. I'm going to start with something else. No, probably gonna do something else. Most likely. I'm gonna see if I can write my contract. I have like two of them: a payment arrangement and a contract. That's gonna be some work. I'm gonna write a payment arrangement contract. I know how to do those. They're easy. All right, I'll get that one done. Yeah, because some of the mom and pops we have payment arrangements for them. We can break it down like weekly or monthly to make it convenient so they can afford the technology. And there's no interest charge. They ask a question like, is there any interest or any late fees? Like, no, none of that. I don't believe in that mess. Now, there's also penalties in there. If basically if you're doing this on purpose, all that's in there because I got to protect my butt at the end of the day. But no, there's no interest fees and none of that. That's people being greedy. What you need interest fees for? Well, lawsuits, yeah, that you're definitely gonna be hit with that mess at the end of the day. But still, you don't interest fees. You know what I mean? I'm trying to help them get their stores and stuff off the ground. They're already doing good, but they need better advertising. They need way better advertising, and they can't afford that advertising. So advertising is very expensive. And that's where we come in to fix that problem and making sure. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:37. All right, cool. I'm gonna just do a little AMSR. After that, I'm out the door. I think today I'm going to get VR and a massage chair. I'm going to upgrade my massage chair. I'm going to upgrade mine. Luxury massage chair. These are $11,000. These are 17. I hope they don't got that shiatsu. I can't stand that shiatsu. $11,000. I take one of you trolls to court for $12,000. You're gonna pay for my chair. I ain't paying for that thing. That's 17,000. What the heck comes in with 17,000? Man, that better be body armor. That better be freaking what do you call it? The armor you put on exoskeleton armor for that type. 11,000. They ain't no shiatsu in it, does I can't stand the shiatsu. No sales tax. Oh man, that's 50,000. Jeez. Oh, I'm $50,000 right there. Man, that's 15,000. I don't think that looks. I gotta go down and check that out. What does a $50,000 chair feel like? You know, 12,000 they have here. I like this one right here. You got these down here for $500. These aren't too bad. I've been to one of these. It's not too bad. But this one right here, one for $12,000. Mine's something like this. Mine's roughly $600. But I want to upgrade to one of these right here at $12,000. I probably can get one for like maybe. I'll do $12,000. So I'm not paying for it. All right, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go get myself a hot cup of tea and listen to some AMSR and start planning my future, my new technology. Happy that it's taken off. Get that place set up, get the windows done and everything. That's more advertising. I got mostly, hopefully we can get the, oh, they got that huge building out in the block. We get a screen in there. Man, we're gonna be doing pretty good. But the object is to get all the little mom and pop stores first, lock all them in, and then when we get done, we can hit the major chains. The major chains are definitely gonna see all them stores lit up like that. Yeah. So with my stuff in the day, when those big stores in the day. You know, all those stores I go into, I get free stuff. Yeah. I get free stuff in all those places. Want something to eat? So free dinners, everything. But no, I don't eat when I'm working. I never eat when I'm working. So snacks and stuff, that's basically about it. I really just go in there and buy. You know what I mean? But I do appreciate the offer. I do it. That's very nice. But I'd rather just go in there and buy. It's business at the end of the day, you know. Give you money, give me money, we all work together. All right, with that being said, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time. I got to go. That's basically about it for today. So, God bless. Find and see God. And of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology. Because born for Him, none of this would ever be available. Got to go, and God bless.